What do you think about Coby White and Nassir Little as freshmen and guys that Coby's worked his way into to be a draft pick, and obviously Nassir entered as kind of a top 10 pick type guy?
Yeah, I think two different paths. I think for Coby, seeing him on the court, the first matchup, I had no idea that he was legitimately 6'5". I said I was 6'3" in my program. I'm 6'1.5", okay? You stand next to a guy like that, and you're like, okay, you are 6'5". You do weigh 210 pounds. I see how beefy you are. I see how your hair just glows in the wind as you run. I see how fast you are with the basketball. Like, that is a dynamic, I think, that NBA scouts, watching the maturation of his style of play, has had a lot more people buy into him. I think he's a top 5 freshman in the nation right now. I think Nassir Little is a little bit more intriguing because Roy just hasn't let him just run out and play. I think he still has a lot more of the game to learn, and I trust in Roy with that. But I still think his upside, his ceiling is tremendous. And I'll tell you what I really like about Nassir Little. I do a ton of reading with this job all the time about all different programs, and I look at basketball as one vertical. I don't look at it as just college basketball or high school basketball. The NBA flows into college and it flows into high school. It's all one vertical. What I look for kids is what helps you stand out psychologically. And I read an excerpt from Nassir Little after they won the game at Duke where he was legitimately peeved that all the talk was about, should Duke shut Zion down? That really bothered him. I think he personally takes it into account that he wants the challenge of guarding a guy like that. And for a guy with his size and with his skill set, and now understanding that competitive fire that he has, that's going to make him a bona fide, legitimate NBA lottery pick. I think he has all the tools, and I don't think he's even realized what his upside is yet. That's scary.
Do you think Coby should come out?
I think Coby White should do what's best for Coby White. I'm never going to tell guys what to do. Obviously, if you're a lottery pick, it's hard to turn that down. And I do tell guys, I tell them the positives and the negatives. A negative of coming back to college next year, if you're Coby White, is now we expect you to drop 30 and 10 every night. We expect you to be the guy. And, you know, if you can't live up to those expectations, people will naturally start to break you down. And we start talking about more about what's wrong with you instead of how great you are, what your potential is. So that comes with the territory.